Welcome to Flipboard. This online device allows its users to create and share news articles through magazines that they create within their account. As you can see here, Flipboard is also an app that can be downloaded on any Android device or can be downloaded from the App Store, which means that students and other users can carry their news with them socially everywhere they go. A user first has to start out by creating and registering an account. I've done this through Facebook, so let's go look at what my account looks like. Here's my account, where you can see that there are several different magazines. Let's take a look at current events for school. On this magazine, I have saved several different articles that I could use in my classroom. The nice thing about this magazine is that I can share the magazine with other people, edit it from my computer, reset the cover, which means that I would change what this cover story looks like, or I can completely delete my magazine. Another really cool feature that can be used through Flipboard is to invite contributors. Through my Gmail account, I can ask other people to post into my magazine too. This means that students could work together to create a joint magazine with specific topics like current events in the Middle East or the government shutdown. Although students would have to already know each other's email accounts to do this, they could also find other users on Flipboard. So let's go back to the home page and see who we can find. Here are different magazines that have been created. As you can see, Flipboard also highlights the fact that you can invite other contributors to your magazine. Here's a spotlight on one of the original contributors to Flipboard, Michael Moskowitz. Let's take a look at what this article says about him. Here's an article that can be saved to your own magazine on Flipboard that tells us about how Michael was one of the initial creators of different magazines on Flipboard, and so he pioneered this technology for other people to use. Obviously, there are several very personal things that he created for himself to look at, like Tokyo fashion. However, if you keep scrolling through, there are different things that you can use in the classroom. Like this magazine, The Orientalist, a magazine that keeps tabs on what's going on. This can clearly be used as a source of current event articles as well as other outside sources. Speaking of outside sources, let's go look at a really cool way of bringing in other news articles that you may not necessarily find on Flipboard. As you can see, I've already found a really interesting article from CNN.com. This article talks about Banksy, a street artist in New York City who's been creating different art that's been irritating the New York City mayor. This could bring about a really interesting debate among students on whether or not street art is vandalism or if it's just what it's called, street art. By clicking this button here, the Flip It button, which I've already downloaded to my toolbar, we can save this article to our different magazines. Here you can see my different magazines that I've already created, and let's save it to Current Events for School. By clicking the Add button, you've easily added the article to your Flipboard magazine, and now you can take it with you on your different devices everywhere you go. Let's go back and look at what my magazine looks like now that I've added that article. As you can see, it showed up very easily. This could be very good for home and for school use. Students can do this on their own and bring articles into class, which they can easily access. This information and technology together is a great way of incorporating social media and news articles and bringing students into touch with current events.